Right now, your feed is full of these. The complete blueprint to build AI agents that work in business. 12 neat steps from idea to deployment. And honestly, the list is good. Here is the problem: a checklist is not a build. Almost nobody posting these has actually shipped an agent that a real business trusts with real money. So I did the thing the poster does not. I took these exact 12 steps and built one real agent, end to end. A customer support agent that reads incoming tickets, looks up the customer, and either answers them or hands them to a human, with the goal of handling around 60% of routine tickets on its own. And along the way, I am going to show you the three steps almost everyone skips. Not because they are hard to understand, but because they are boring and they are the entire difference between a slick demo and a tool a business will actually bet on. Let's build it. Before any code, let's be painfully concrete about what we are building, because most agent videos never are. Picture a small business, an online store, a clinic, a software company. It does not matter. Every day, tickets come in. Where is my order? How do I reset my password? I want a refund. This thing is broken. A human reads everyone, figures out what it is, looks up the customer, and types a reply. It is slow, it is repetitive, and it is expensive. So our agent has exactly one job: read the incoming ticket, understand what the customer actually wants, pull up who they are and what they bought. Then either draft an answer for the easy ones or route the hard ones to the right human with everything already attached. The target we are aiming at is simple: handle around 60% of the routine tickets automatically and make the other 40% faster for a person. Hold on to that 60% number, because later I will show you the only honest way to actually prove it instead of guessing. That target is the whole point of the build. Layer 1: Define. This covers the first three steps of the blueprint, and it is where the winners spend a surprising amount of their time. Step 1: Define the agent's role and the business problem. Ours is a tier 1 support triage agent, and its success metric is concrete: the percentage of tickets resolved without a human, and the average response time. If you cannot name the number that makes this a win, you are not ready to build. Step 2: Map the inputs and the outputs. This is the step everyone rushes, and it is the one that saves you. Write down exactly what goes in: the ticket text, the customer's account, their recent orders, and your help articles. Then write down exactly what comes out as a strict shape: a category, a priority, a suggested reply, and one action: resolve, route, or escalate. Notice we did not say make it good. We said define the exact shape of the answer so everything downstream can rely on it. Step 3: Engineer the prompt. Clear instructions, a couple of real examples of good tickets and good answers, and hard limits on what it is allowed to say. That spec you just wrote, the role, the inputs, the outputs, the prompt, that is your foundation. I put the exact fill in the blank version of it in the free field guide, and I will tell you how to grab it at the end. Layer 2: Build. Now we give the agent hands. This is steps 4 through 8. And this is where it goes from a chatbot that talks to an agent that actually does things. Step 4: Connect tools. Our support agent is useless if it can only talk. So we give it a few specific abilities: look up a customer by email, pull their recent orders, search the help articles. Each one is a tool with a clear name and a clear input. And crucially, you handle the errors. What happens when the order system is down? A real agent retries or says, I could not reach the order system, instead of inventing an answer. Step 5: Multi agent collaboration. Hold that thought. because this is the first place people blow it, and I am coming back to it in 60 seconds. Step 6, memory. The agent should remember this customer emailed twice already this week, and that their last ticket was about the same broken feature. Short term memory for this conversation, longer term memory for this customer. Step 7, multimodal. Customers paste screenshots. A modern agent should be able to look at the picture of the error, not just the text. Step 8, structure the output. Remember that strict shape from layer 1. The agent must return clean, structured data every single time so your system can act on it automatically. Tools, memory, vision, and a reliable shape. That is the working core of the agent. The prompts and tool patterns for all of it are in the free field guide. Now, the first thing almost everyone skips, which is actually knowing when not to build. Go back to step 5, multi agent collaboration. The blueprints make it look mandatory. Spin up a researcher agent, a writer agent, a manager agent, all talking to each other. And on day 1, for a support agent, that is a trap. Here is what happens when you reach for a swarm of agents too early. Your costs multiply because every agent calls the model. Your latency multiplies because they wait on each other. And when something goes wrong, you now have 5 agents pointing fingers and no idea which one lied. I have watched people spend a month orchestrating agents to do a job that one good agent with 2 tools could have done in an afternoon. So here is the rule. Start with one agent, a sharp prompt, and the smallest number of tools that gets the job done. Only split into multiple agents when one agent genuinely cannot hold the job, and you can name the reason out loud. Complexity is something you earn, not something you start with. Overbuilding is not a sign you are advanced. It is the most expensive beginner mistake there is. Layer 3, trust and ship. This is the half of the blueprint nobody films because it is not glamorous. It is also the entire reason a business will or will not trust your agent. Steps 9 and 10, evaluation and guardrails. Here is the failure that kills agents in the real world. Someone builds the support agent. It answers 3 test questions nicely and they ship it. Then a customer asks for a refund, and the agent, trying to be helpful, promises a full refund and free shipping for life. That is not a cute bug. That is real money walking out the door, and possibly a legal problem. So, before this agent talks to a single customer, you do 2 things. First, evaluation. You write a set of real test tickets with known correct answers and you score the agent against them automatically every time you change anything. This is also the only honest way to prove that 60% number from earlier. You do not guess it, you measure it. Second, guardrails. You explicitly block the dangerous moves. The agent is not allowed to promise refunds, quote prices it is unsure of, or make legal claims. It works from an allow list of approved actions. And anything outside that list goes to a human. And you log every safety event so you can see exactly what it tried to do. Evaluation tells you it works. Guardrails make sure that when it is unsure, it fails safely instead of confidently. That checklist is in the free field guide too, and it is the part I would read first. Okay? The agent is defined, built, evaluated, and fenced in. Step 11, deploy it. And deploying an agent is not just pushing code. You expose it somewhere a human or another system can actually reach it. For our support agent, that is usually 2 things. A connection into the help desk, so it sees new tickets the moment they arrive, and a simple place for the support team to review what it did. Then you handle the unglamorous production stuff. Who is allowed to call it? How many requests per minute before you cut it off so one runaway loop does not run up a giant bill overnight? And what happens the very first time a confused customer talks to it? Good deployment is mostly about smooth onboarding and sane limits, not clever code. The agent that ships reliably beats the brilliant one that lives forever on your laptop. And the third thing, everyone skips. The blueprint calls it step 12, monitor and improve, and it gets one tiny box at the very end. In reality, it is the difference between an agent that keeps working and one that quietly rots. Here is the failure. You ship the support agent, it works great for a month, everyone moves on. Then the business changes its return policy, adds a new product, updates its pricing, and nobody updates the agent. So it keeps confidently giving last month's answers. And the only signal you get is customers slowly getting angrier. That is the silent drift. And it is brutal because nothing alarms. The work is not done at launch. You watch the real numbers, resolution rate, escalations, and the tickets where a human had to override it. Every override is a free lesson about where the agent is wrong. You feed that back in, and the agent gets sharper every week instead of staler. An agent is not a project you finish, it is a system you keep alive. So step back and look at what we actually built, because the 12-step poster makes this look like 12 equal boxes, and it is not. It is 3 layers. Define. Who is this agent? What goes in? What comes out? Build. Give it tools, memory, vision, and a reliable shape. Trust and ship. Prove it with evaluation. Fence it with guardrails. Deploy it and watch it. 12 steps collapse into 3 ideas you can actually hold in your head. And here is the real lesson: almost everyone can do the build layer. The middle is where the demos live. The businesses that actually trust an agent are the ones who did the unglamorous layers. The careful definition at the start, and the evaluation, guardrails, and monitoring at the end. That is the moat, not the model, not the framework. The two boring layers wrapped around the exciting one. I turned this entire build into one free field guide, the whole thing in one place. The agent spec template with the role, inputs, outputs, and prompt. The prompt and tool calling patterns. The evaluation and guardrails checklist. And the deploy and monitor playbook. Every part of what we just built, so you can go and build your own. To get it, just comment the word build, and I will send it straight to you. The original 12-step blueprint is not mine. I just took it and actually built it. If this gave you a real map instead of just another checklist, do 2 things. For bite size, AI drops, follow me on Instagram at Hyper Automation Labs. And the deep dives like this one live here on YouTube. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next build.